This is the MVST carry-on from their Essential collection. Now included is a laundry bag, 2 shoe bags, luggage tag, stickers with the alphabet to personalize, a cleaning sponge, and a store bag to keep this tidy for your next trip. Now a few things I'd like to point out right away would have to be that top handle. It has this really great grip at the bottom, so you really feel secure rolling this around. Now the leather handles on the top and on the side feel amazing, great quality. Now, of course, it also has a pretty standard nowadays TSA locking mechanism on the side. Now, before we get too deep into this video, I do want to go ahead and point out that they did send this luggage out for me to review, but these are my own opinions. Now, let's first start with the color choice because you have a few options. I was initially going to go with the beige, but then I thought about the scratches and markings, and I knew that that color was going to make it more noticeable. But in my opinion, this navy blue looks really elegant. Now, I have a month-and-a-half trip coming up really soon, so of course that's when it's going to be really put to the test if I have any issues with different airlines, trains, buses possibly, we're renting cars, different types of terrain, so be on the lookout for that. The amount of detail that this bag has is pretty awesome. Now I know it's hard to tell at first, but the interior and even on the extra bags all have an M imprinted. It's subtle, but it's just a nice added touch. Now, although the overall material of the actual suitcase isn't too different from all the other ones out there, I did notice that this one does have some hardened corners of it. So we all know how notorious people are at the airport with our luggage. If you happen to have to check in your bag, they literally will throw it with no care in the world. It's nice to know that they really padded the corners just to give that extra protection. Now, quick story time. Years ago when I went to Italy for the first time, my friends and I checked in our large suitcases. Well, upon arriving to our destination, I think it was like the Milan airport, their suitcase arrived wrapped in plastic and I believe it was missing a wheel. Now, prior to that trip, I actually never knew someone, or it never really affected me, the stories that you hear of how bad like luggage can arrive in pieces. So since then, needless to say, I found the value in investing in a solid piece of luggage. Now, going back to the small details that they have included in this suitcase, I'm not sure if you caught the little C metal ring that they have on the side. Now, it's advertised on their website as their designated luggage tag holder. However, I quickly found that if you have a small carabiner, you can essentially hook anything up from that little hook. Now, for me, this works perfectly for my away neck pillow. I like the idea of rolling around the airport with my neck pillow hooked on my suitcase versus my backpack. That way, as I'm walking around, going in and out of crowded gates, I'm not whacking people with my neck pillow just swinging on the back. Now, with so many different companies out there essentially offering the same kind of suitcase, it's really hard to tell what makes one better than the other. And as my first impressions, I'd have to say so far, with a quick comparison to the Manos, I have to say it's those little small details that they added into this suitcase that make it feel higher quality. Now, of course, the true test and review will come soon, the real travel experience. Now, I will be updating and making videos throughout my trip, so be sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.